Hello everyone, my name is Ratan Mahali. Today I am going to present a topic on the perspective of Dalit education under the guidance of Dr. Polomi Jana, Assistant Professor at Sponsored Teachers Training College, Purulia. In this class, I will be talking about what does the term Dalit mean and where it comes from, why education is so much important for them. I will also look at the challenges they face in getting education. Lastly, I will explore potential solutions to address the issues related to Dalit education. Let us first know about who are Dalit or what does the term Dalit mean. The word Dalit came from Sanskrit Dalita, means broken or scattered. Imagine if your friends call you broken or scattered just because of who you are. That's what the word Dalit means. These terms describes the people who faced challenges and difficulties and were not treated equally. They were exploited by the people. The next point is they were excluded from fourfold Varna, forming a distinct fifth Varna. Our Indian caste systems had fourfold Varnas. Those are Brahmans, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Sudras. Brahmans were the priests and scholars. They were the intellectual people. Kshatriyas were the warriors and administrators. Vaishyas were the merchant and business class people. And lastly, Sudras were the service producers. You will be surprised to know that Dalits were not placed among these four categories of Indian caste systems. They were considered as the fifth Varna or the fifth categories of Indian caste systems. They were considered good for nothing people. They were untouchable. They were unwanted people. Even they were not treated as likely as Sudras were treated. Jyotirao Phule, popularly known as Jyotiba Phule, had coined the term Dalit. He was a social reformer, a thinker, and an activist. Dalits were prevalent in India, but they can also be found in some areas of Nepal. They were officially known as scheduled caste, but the term Dalit remains a subject of controversy. The term Dalit is used to refer to any member of a wide range of social class that were historically marginalized in Hindu caste system. Although the official designation scheduled caste is the common term now used in India for these people, but sometimes the members of scheduled caste prefer the term Dalit. Now the question arises, can we call the tribals as Dalit? Yes, we can. Because in general sense, the term used to refer any kind of social group who were historically marginalized and oppressed. As tribals were also marginalized and oppressed by the people, so we can call them Dalit as well. There are some challenges, movements and notable figures associated with Dalit. Let us know them one by one. Social challenges. As I told you earlier that Dalits were historically marginalized, they faced discrimination and untouchability. Just think of a group of people or group of friends who were not invited to play games for a very long time. Dalits too were not treated fairly for many years. They faced discrimination and even They were seen as untouchable. They were like good for nothing people. Then the next point is Dalit movement. Dalit movement was initiated by Jyotiba Phule, further popularized by the group named Dalit Panther in the 1970s. Then comes notable figure. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, popularly known as B.R. Ambedkar, was a pivotal leader who challenged societal norms and played a crucial role in the Dalit consciousness and empowerment movement. B.R. Ambedkar was a multifaceted leader, social reformer, and the chief architect of our Indian Constitution. He often challenged Mahatma Gandhi's claim to represent Dalits in Indian independence movement. The next point to discuss here is the importance of education for Dalit. Why Dalits need education? Education is crucial for Dalits to break free from historical oppression. As I told earlier that Dalits were historically oppressed, they were marginalized group of people. So education can serve as a powerful tool for them to break free from the chains of historical oppression. By gaining knowledge and skills, they can challenge and overcome the prejudice which have persisted over time. Education can empower them for active participation in societal progress. Imagine a stage where societal progress is taking place. Education empowers Dalit to step onto that stage confidently, provides avenues for economic opportunities and political representations, and it is the need for the hour. That is why Dalits need to be educated. The next point is challenges or problems in Dalit education. There are various problems and challenges in Dalit education. These are poverty and child labor, economic constraints force Dalit students into child labor, hindering education. Imagine a young boy Ravi, a Dalit child, living in a low income family. Due to financial problems, Ravi is forced to work in a nearby factories or somewhere else. So Ravi will not be able to attend regular classes at his schools because his basic needs are not fulfilled. He has to work to fulfill his basic needs. So poverty and child labor are interconnected with each other. If one's basic need is not fulfilled, one will not be able to think about education. Then the next challenge can be superstitions and parental reluctance. Since the beginning of our human civilization, superstitions has been there. Uneducated parents influenced by superstitions may be hesitant to prioritize education. Superstitions had reached its peaks during the Indian caste system. People who belong to lower caste, such as Sudras, let's say for the Dalits, they did not consider that they should be educated. They thought that education was not for them. It is only for the Brahmins or the intellectual people. It can be seen in various villages that people from Dalit community think that education is not for them. Their children are supposed to work like them in nearby factories or in the field. So such kinds of superstitions are is still there in our society, which becomes like a barrier to Dalit education. And the next challenge or the next problem is lack of awareness. In a small Dalit community, families lack awareness about government scholarships and the educational facilities separately provided for them. Honestly speaking, I am a tribal student and I missed out on all those opportunities simply because I was not aware, my parents were not aware, and I was not told by the teachers or other educated people at that time that these kind of scholarships are available for you. So it is not particularly the fault of my parents because they are not literate or educated. It took me almost 2 years to get my scheduled tribe certificate or ST certificate. When I was in class 11, I got my ST certificate. So can you think of that? And I was not informed. I was not exposed of all these facilities and financial assistance provided for us. So lack of awareness is one of the major issues or challenges that prevents Dalit students or the tribal students to get a proper education. The next problem can be language barrier. We all know that language is the medium of communication. It can be any language. We can use language as a tool. We can use language to communicate our thoughts to others. Most of the Dalits and tribal students are adapted to their mother tongue or regional language, and the instructions which are given at schools are not in their regional or mother tongue. So language barrier is one of the main challenges that Dalit students face in schools because instructions do not take place, because instruction does not take place in their mother tongue or regional language. So they do not understand what the teacher is trying to mean, what the teacher is trying to teach them. The next challenge is shortage of Dalit and tribal teachers. The scarcity of Dalit and tribal teachers contributes to a lack of representation, impacting students' motivation. Imagine a school where most teachers are from higher caste. A student like Anil, a Dalit boy or a tribal boy, finds it hard to relate to the authority figure. Students may feel a sense of disconnect due to the absence of the teachers who can understand their unique challenges. So shortage of Dalit and tribal teachers is one of the major issues or challenges behind Dalit education. Students do not feel motivated to go to school because they cannot connect to the teachers or the authority figure, and the teachers from higher caste fail to understand the unique challenges Dalit students face in their day-to-day life. Then the next challenge is first generation learners. Many Dalit and tribal students are first generation learners. They face challenges at home and potential insensitivity from school administration. Dalit students who are first generation learner do not get familiar supports and guidance. This lack of familiar support and guidance can lead to a child to the feelings of isolation. A child can feel isolated due to lack of guidance and support from their parents, and it will obviously hinder academic achievements. Are not there any solutions for Dalit education issues? Of course there are. If there is a will, there is a way. Every problem finds its own solution. There are various solutions for Dalit education issues. These are: the first solution can be job opportunities. Expanding job opportunities for Dalits can enhance their interest in pursuing education. Think about Rahul, a Dalit boy, who is inspired by the successful persons from their community. If Rahul sees diverse job opportunities available for educated Dalits, he will become more motivated to pursue education or higher education. He will think that one day he will be established like that persons from their community. Rahul can easily relate it to his future career prospects. So, expanding job opportunities can draw attention of many Dalit students like Rahul. The next solution can be monetary support. Almost all the Dalits and tribal students face these problems of financial crisis. Consider a Dalit girl whose family struggles financially. If the girl receives monetary support through scholarships, she can afford educational expenses, and this kind of monetary support will enable Dalit students to focus on studies. The next solution can be teacher training. The teachers who are from higher caste or higher cultural backgrounds will not be able to understand each and every problem and unique challenges of Dalit students. And teachers who are from other cultural background may disrespect Dalit culture. Training teacher to understand unique challenge faced by Dalit students and to develop a sense of respect for Dalit culture is very much essential. Until or unless teachers are trained well, they cannot create an inclusive learning environment for education. In most of the time, Dalit students are avoided and neglected by the teachers. The next solution can be enhanced facilities. Offering Dalit students free access to textbooks, educational materials, dress, and hostel facilities creates a more inclusive learning environment. I am not saying that facilities are not there for them, but to some extent they are limited. If they are provided more facilities like free access to textbooks and other educational materials, they will feel more motivated to get education. The next solution or the next point is creating the right environment. Education cannot take place in a toxic environment. It needs a right environment. Dalit students must feel welcomed and accepted in schools. They should not feel isolated in a corner. It involves fostering a cultural respect, empathy, and understanding among teachers, non teaching staffs, and students. Last but not the least, I put awareness campaigns. Spreading awareness about education and available facilities through exhibitions, movies, dramas, speeches, and other activities is paramount. Dalit students and the parents of Dalit students are not aware about the available facilities and scholarships provided for them. We can make them aware through exhibitions, dramas, speeches, and other activities. However, awareness is not one time effort. It calls for sustained engagement. We must build a sense of trust among Dalit communities. In conclusion, we can say that educating Dalits is crucial for fairness and progress of our nation. It is a collective effort that needs support from individuals, communities, and policymakers. Perhaps I alone cannot build a hut or a house, but together we can build a castle. It is a fundamental step towards the overall progress and development of our nation. Thank you.